Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports, back with another realistic rebuild here on my channel. In this one, we're doing the Portland TrailBlazers. One of you guys commented last week, so I'm going to be doing the Blazers this week. If you guys don't know, I do use trade override to make things more realistic. I try to make the most realistic trade possible, a fair trade for both teams, and usually I'll give an explanation as to why I made the trade and how it all fits together. But here are the settings that I'm going to be using for most of my rebuilds. If I do change anything, then I'll be sure to update the settings. But let's get right into it and let's check out the roster. Here's the roster. Obviously, you guys know Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Nurkic is a little big three, I would like to call it, but Nurkic is obviously not a star. CJ McCollum and Dame Lillard are obviously the stars here, but yeah, you guys can see here the rookies, Gary Trent Jr., who they did pick in the second round. They also took Anthony Simons, I believe, and he has a lot of potential, I heard. He's one of the younger players in the draft. Did not go to college. He did go to an academy. But here's our rotation for the first season. You guys can check it out. We are going to send some guys to the G League, so hopefully they'll progress. But let's see how the Blazers do in this first season. So in this first season, Stephen Curry is going to win the MVP on the Warriors. Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans, Sixth Man. De'Aaron Fox, Most Improved. And Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Let's check out the All-NBA teams. Damian Lillard is not going to be on an All-NBA team, even though he probably put up some good numbers. Standings, we were the worst team in the Western Conference by far. Worse than the Suns, worse than the Kings, worse than the Grizzlies, Clippers. That is insane. We only won 30 games. Yeah, Damian Lillard only putting up 23 points per game. CJ only 21. Not much scoring from any other places, so that's insane. So in the finals, Warriors and the Raptors, as it usually happens in season 1. And the Warriors are actually going to win. Usually the Raptors do. So we are projected the 5th pick in the draft. Let's see if we get lucky here. We do go up to number 3. And sadly, I think it's time to move on from CJ McCollum. We've got to try something new. We were the worst team in the West. And at the beginning of the video, I did mention in the objectives, if we did not make the playoffs or we were really bad in the first season, I was going to move CJ McCollum. So we're going to try to move him for Kevin Love. They're about the same type of player, same talent level, I would think. Actually, CJ McCollum is one overall better in this game, but they're around the same talent level. Honestly, CJ McCollum's just younger, so we're going to try this out. We get a first-round pick, too. This works out for Cleveland because obviously Kevin Love is going to start to get worse, but CJ McCollum is going to be a nice backcourt partner for Sexton. And with the 3rd overall pick, we're going to take Zion Williamson out of Duke. He's going to help us on defense with his athleticism and also scoring. So here's a roster for the second season. A lot of changes, actually. Damian Lillard, Kevin Love, Nurkic, Zion. But other than them, pretty much the same bench. And obviously our young guys progress. Gary Trent and Anthony were in the G League, so they're going to get some minutes now. Anthony's actually going to start at shooting guard. Not going to get too many minutes, but we'll see what he can do. And let's see what happens in this second season. So Kawhi Leonard's going to win the MVP for the Raptors. Cam Reddish on the Hornets, Rookie of the Year. Jabari, Sixth Man. Damian Lillard, Most Improved, averaging 31 points. He dropped 31 points, 6.5 assists, and he did not win MVP. How did he not win MVP? That's just insane. He dropped 31 and 6.5. How did he not win MVP? I mean, unless we didn't make the playoffs, which I don't know because I wasn't following the standings, but if he's a top 4 seed, he should have won MVP no matter what. I don't care what Kawhi did. I don't care if they were the 1 seed, but let's check out the standings. They were actually the 6th seed, so I can understand that. Hopefully we can get out of the first round. We are going to be playing the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. They have Jimmy Butler still because he hasn't been traded. So if he does get traded, sorry about that. But Kevin Love putting out okay numbers. I didn't really expect him to put up that good of numbers because Damian Lillard's obviously going to take over. So here in the first round, as the underdogs, we're actually up 3-2 on the T-Wolves. So let's see if we can close the deal here in 6 games or if it's going to go to 7. Looks like it is going to go to 7 games, losing 125-101. Damian Lillard, 22 points. Nurkic not really helping on offense. And this guy Hagen's led them in scoring, so I don't know what that's about, but let's see what happens in Game 7. It is in Minnesota, so it's going to be a tough one. And it looks like we are going to lose here. We're already down 20 points. And we do lose 94-109. Dame Lillard only 17 points, 8 assists. Kevin Love not really putting up that great of numbers as well in the playoffs. Towns led them in scoring. So this is a really weird finals. The Thunder and the Pacers. Somehow the Pacers got to the finals as the 8th seed, but Westbrook's going to win finals MVP. So here in the 3rd season, I don't really see a reason to change up the team at all. We'll keep going with this team until I see a need to finally win now. We might make a big trade. But for now, we'll just let the young guys progress. And here's the rotation. Damian Lillard, Simon still starting at shooting guard, Zion, Kevin Love, Nurkic, Al Farouk off the bench, and Gary Trent along with Zach Collins. So this time, I'm not going to let the NBA steal this one from Damian Lillard. I'm going to give him the MVP. They were the 3 seed, so top 3 seed, dropping about the same type of numbers, 28 and 6.5, so he deserves it. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year on the Hornets. Kawhi, Defensive Player. Louis King for the Cavs, Most Improved. And Ty Lue, Coach of the Year. But, yeah, I think they had Kawhi Leonard, and he had way less points than Damian Lillard. Less assists, and I think more rebounds. So, it didn't make sense at all. As you guys can see, the 3 seed here will be playing the Houston Rockets in the first round. So, that's a very tough matchup for the first round. And player stats. Obviously, you guys saw what Damian Lillard dropped. Zion stepping up, improving from his rookie season. Kevin Love, about the same numbers as last year. Anthony getting better as well, but we're looking pretty good. If we check out the team stats, on offense, we were the 12th best offense, and on defense, we were top 10, so not too bad. As I said, this matchup was going to be really tough. We're actually down 3-0 to the Rockets here in the first round. Hopefully we don't get swept. That would be really embarrassing. And it might be time for a big trade. But close game here in Game 4. And it's going to overtime. So can we pull it out? And they just hit a game winner with 1 second left. Damian Lillard tried it, but it wasn't enough. Kevin Love not really helping out. Neither is Nurkic. But yeah, this team's really good. James Harden averaging insane numbers. NBA Finals, Thunder against the Hornets for some reason. I don't get that one, but oh crap, the Hornets almost won that, but Westbrook's gonna win Finals MVP. So here we're gonna make a small trade that I think is gonna really help us in the future. Al Farouk Amino is getting up there in his age, and we're gonna need a better defender. Justice Winslow's not going to really score for us. He's going to put up about the same numbers as Al Farouk. But he's obviously younger and I think a better defender. So we'll throw him a couple picks. So for this 4th season, I've decided not to make a huge trade. If we do not do good and we don't get out of the first round of the playoffs, or we don't even make the playoffs, then I'm going to be making a huge trade. And we're going to be going in win now mode, because Damian Lillard's not going to be getting any younger. So we got to use up his potential. But here's the rotation. Let's see what happens in this season. Big season. So Russell Westbrook's going to win the MVP for the Thunder. They've actually been really dominating in this video. I don't know why. But RJ Barrett, Most Improved on the Knicks, and Ty Lue, Coach of the Year. But Damian Lillard on All-NBA 3rd team, averaging about the same numbers as last year. A little bit less assists, but that's all right. And if we check out the standings, we were the 8th seed, so we barely made the playoffs. I don't know how, but we'll be playing the Thunder in the first round. They've been dominating, so that's going to be a hard series. But check out the player stats. Damian Lillard, you guys saw. Zion, not really doing as well as I would hope. But Kevin Love, also not doing as well as I want. So I don't know what's wrong with this Blazers team, if 2K just hates them, but we're down 3-0 to the Thunder. I mean, they're good, but we should at least get a game here. And we're going to end up getting swept, 127-106. Dame Lillard, 25 points in this closeout game. I don't know what's wrong, but we're going to make a huge trade. We're going to find another piece for Dame Lillard, another scorer, maybe another defender. We need a superstar on this team. Yeah, this team wasn't even that good. Okay, I'm done with this. The Nets just made the finals against the Lakers. Nets, Hornets, and whoever else made it, that's just insane. And we can't even get to the second round. LeBron wins finals MVP. So I actually forgot that we had Cleveland's lottery protected pick last year. We have it unprotected this year, and it's going to be the #1 pick. So I've been looking for some trades to add a superstar to this team. And would you know it, the Pacers had made the finals as the 8th seed 2 years back. But for the past 2 years, they've been the worst team in the East, worst team in the NBA. Oladipo obviously wants to win a ring. We're going to try to bring him over here to Portland. And we're going to give them a lot of value for this so they can start their rebuild right away. We're going to give them Justice Winslow, the #1 overall pick, number 17 pick, and a future first-round pick from us. That is a lot of value for Oladipo. He wants to get out of there. He wants to win. He doesn't want to be the worst team in the NBA, which they have been for 2 years now. If it had been 1 year, then I would have probably not done this trade. But it's been 2 years now, and yeah, they just need to start rebuilding right now. This is a lot of value for Oladipo, and we need a superstar, so this makes sense for us. We're trying to win now. We're going to go all in with this. So here's the roster for the final season. If we don't get out of the first round with this team, I don't know what team will. Oladipo, Zion, Damian Lillard, Kevin Love, Nurkic. Like, this team is nasty. So I expect big numbers from Dame and Oladipo. And we're going to see if this backcourt duo can get us somewhere. But let's see what happens. So Giannis is going to win MVP in this season for the Bucks. Sorry I skipped over the awards on accident, but this is the best I could do. And Oladipo made a defensive team, all defensive first team. That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure Damian Lillard made an All-NBA team, but I'm not too sure. 5th seed in the West, so obviously better than last year. And we're going to be playing the Nuggets in the first round. Very solid team. They've got Michael Porter Jr. I think I saw DeAndre Jordan, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. But Dame Lillard put up some pretty good numbers. Oladipo had a bit of a letdown season, but not too bad. And he's going to bring the defense as well. So this series is tied at 2. And I want to get this critical game on Simcast. So we're going to Simcast this. And let's see what happens here. I do believe we're in Denver. So this is a critical game. And we do end up losing 123-110. Kevin Love leading us in scoring. Damian Lillard not playing too well in this game. But Jamal Murray led them in scoring. And Jokic has actually gone off in this series. So let's see if we can force a Game 7. If not, then I'm going to hop in and get some gameplay for you guys. And it is getting a little bit out of hand. So I don't know if 2K hates the Blazers or they hate Damian Lillard. But I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. This team is nasty, I thought. Oladipo, Damian Lillard, Kevin Love, Zion, and Nurkic. That at least can get you to at least the second round, if not the conference finals on its own. But 2K just has a broken algorithm. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. This Denver team's very good. But, I mean, there's been teams in the past that are insane and they lose in the first round against some really bad team. So I'm just going to try to get some buckets here. This game's over. And yeah, we're going to try again with the Blazers in the future. We might even do a full rebuild with the Blazers if they don't make the playoffs. And we trade Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and maybe even Nurkic. But that'll be in the future. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. A series called Full Rebuild, where we pretty much take teams that are mediocre and we just start over. We get as much value as we can and start a rebuild. I think that'd be a pretty cool series, so I might do that in the future. First, I'm gonna do all my realistic rebuilds, obviously, and I'm going Western Conference, Eastern Conference, so one team at a time, and I will flip-flop. But let's see if we can get a 3 with Oladipo, get some separation, and nope. But Zion's too big. Get off him. That's a bucket. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully the Nuggets don't win the championship. And we actually didn't even ever play the Warriors, which I thought we would. But we never played the Warriors and couldn't get out of the first round. We were even a top 3 seed and we got swept. So just like with New Orleans, how that happened in real life. So here are the stats. As I said, Jokic was a beast. He had 29 and 10 and 3 assists in this game. Michael Porter Jr. had 22. I don't know how they got DeAndre Jordan, but they did. Oladipo had 20. Dame Lillard had 19. He only shot 6 for 20 though, so. So it's going to be the Suns and the Bucks in the finals. Kind of a weird finals. I haven't seen the Warriors since like the first year in the finals. But Giannis is going to win finals MVP. So that's going to do it for this rebuild. Let me know what you guys thought of this team. Let me know what you guys thought I should have done. Let me know if it was realistic enough. Also comment down below your favorite teams so I can do them next. Yeah, just thank you guys for watching and make sure to subscribe for some more videos. I'll be coming out with some more probably this week.
Never get to me. Bring out the Brxnks Truck. I'm young, flying, iced up. 100-yard dash. I had to run my price up. Bust your life up.